Let me ask you a question. If there was no fear, what story would you tell? See, the purpose of the question is not to get you to start telling me a story. It's your story. You get to tell it when you want it, how you want it, where you want it, and to whom you want to tell it to. But the mere fact that when you get asked this question, you start thinking about a story or you start thinking of some stories means in you are hidden stories waiting to be told. But fear is a big factor. Fear is one of the biggest reasons why people don't get to tell their stories. We are afraid our stories may not be politically correct. Our stories may not be that inclusive. Our stories may reveal our weaknesses. Our stories would make us vulnerable. There are a lot of reasons why, but fear is the underlying reason why people don't tell their stories. And that has certainly been the case of most Africans. When we look out into the world out there, we don't see ourselves. We don't see the African story told in the biggest cinema stages. We don't see our stories told in history. We don't see our stories in our daily lives. So we try to finesse our story to make it sound like it's a Western story. It's an Asian or a Chinese story. No. The truth is quite the contrary. The opposite is actually the truth. The world loves to hear the African story. The world loves to hear the African music. The world loves to hear African ways of doing things. But there's a big clause here. Africans must learn to tell their own story. Only then can we find a place in the world. So I'm going to ask you the question again. If fear wasn't a reason, what story would you tell?